Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning: this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
Hello and welcome to the UDU Podcast, U2 number 52. I'm Ben68, and today it's either Tuesday the 31st of May or Wednesday the 1st of June. First and foremost, whatever day it is, it's Cheese's birthday. So we were going to say happy birthday to her, but she's out running errands. So she might be joining us a little bit later. If she jumps in, we'll have to bomb her then. First up, the UDU Podcast is looking for new sponsors. So if you have an Upland, NFT or Metaverse product, service or event to promote, opportunities are always available for sponsorship and engagement in this, the UDU Podcast. Contact myself or Morecheese to discuss and secure your spot. All proceeds go towards giveaway and prizes on the podcast. And we got a couple of ripper giveaways this week and another massive one to set up for next week. And that's, of course, on top of the 1 million UpX wheels that we roll each and every week. A reminder that this show is open to the Upland public and we value and appreciate your input. So jump on in if and when you feel like you've got something to add. And of course, that includes jumping in and tell me to shut up and take a breath every now and then. So yeah, we've had a few people jump in before we got kicked off. So yeah, please jump in. We've got the Breaking Badly News segment up first, followed by some updates and insights into what's currently going on with the original and premier collaborative no development team within and extending from the Upland Metaverse. That's, of course, Upland Development United. And of course, we'll finish with the Upland Mash, which is open for a mix of giveaways, forum discussions, and contemporary Upland events, Metaverse spotlights, sponsor segments. And as I said, of course, the 1 million UpX wheels. Nothing major to touch on this week, so you won't have to listen to me blab on too much, hopefully. We're just going to have a bit of a look into what's on the way for Genesis Week. So kicking off with the Breaking Badly news in the crypto markets, thanks to CoinMarketCap.com, the global crypto market is actually up from 1.25 trillion last week to 1.31 trillion this week. So I'm hoping that's a little bit of a dead cat bounce myself. But Bitcoin's dominance is currently up from 44.54% last week to 46.39% this week. And there's surprisingly a bit of green in the old markets. Not huge bumps, but still looking pretty good. Bitcoin last week was about 29,000. It's up to 32,000. Ethereum was 1,900. It's pretty steady, 1,964. Tiny bump there. Wax is steady at 12 cents. Engines had a tiny bump from 65 cents to 69 cents. Same with Ripple, was 40 cents up to 41. Solana's the only one in the list that I'm tracking that's taken a bit of a hit. It was $48.80 down to $46. And EOS has had a bit of a bump up from $1.31 to $1.36. Cheese is all over Polygon and Matic at the moment, and she's not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. But I've added Polygon Matic to the list. Last week it was at 61 cents. This week up to 66 cents. So bit of green. Anybody gobbling up some crypto while we're down? Yeah, I certainly am. This is what I've been waiting for. I wanted to come way more down. Over to the Upland markets, thanks to Upland Me Marketplace Analytics. The 30-day transaction volume is down from 2.09 billion last week to 1.8 billion this week. The 90-day average transaction volume is down from 99.7 million UpX to did I say down? Yeah, down to 98 million UpX. And the 90-day average trading volume is down from 8,000 to the high 7,700. So everything's going down, which is no surprise in the old Upland markets because everybody's gearing up for Genesis Week. As I said, we'll touch on that later. I'm probably going to do away with looking at the daily number of swaps because it's steady in the high 300 range. And that's even with those, what is it, the Star Challenge or whatever. I mean, if the Star Challenge can't bump the rate on that, Nothing's going to do it. So yeah, I think I'll can that from now on. As for the cities that we focus on, I've switched over from looking at the upexland.me data, and this week I've tried the upexsparkexchange.data just because it lists all the cities in one clear page, although there seemed to be some data missing, so I did have to go over and double check a few things, but yeah, it was a bit more convenient to look at that. Bit of a mixed bag there. San Francisco last week was at $23, steady this week at $23. UpX price has gone down a bit, was 30,900 down to 29,000. Manhattan's had a nice little bump. The USD price was $70 last week, up to 80, and the UpX price was 110,000 up to 114,000. So a little bit of a bump there in Manhattan. Chicago, dead steady, was $4 last week. It's $4 this week. Was 6,000 last week. Was 6,000 this week. That's assuming the data's correct, because that's the one that I had to go back and double check. So we'll see. But it kind of makes sense with all those properties that were flooded onto the Chicago market. LA's a bit of a mixed bag. Was $5.70 last week. It's down to $5.50 this week, and was 7,400 down to 7,000. So tiny movement down there. And the Bronx is up. Was $9 last week, up to $10 this week, and was 11,100 UpX up to 13,000 UpX. So don't know what's going on in the Bronx, but it's looking good. And I didn't check the mint stats. That's one of the things I forgot, Dak. See, I told you there was something I was forgetting. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening with LA and Queens. I'll have to follow up on that later. So now it's normally at the stage in the Breaking Badly news where I'd throw it over Cheese, but as far as I know, she's still not here. So
I'm here.
oh, hey, here she is. Anybody going to jump in with me, or am I going to have to do this by myself? Happy birthday to you.
Aw.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, thanks, X. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear
Cheese.
Happy birthday
to you.
Hip, hip.
Thanks,
And many
guys.
more.
Hooray.
Aw.
Yay.
And happy birthday also to, is it Shaktilin? I haven't quite got my name around the pronunciation yet, who's just said in the UDU server that it's actually her birthday as well.
Yes, that's so cool. Like you have two like May 31st Geminis.
And now
I
I'll
feel
get
so bad
slapped
for
up.
you.
I'll get slapped up both sides of the head if I forget. Awesome.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
you guys. That was sweet.
So I'm not sure we jumped in there, Cheese, but we just ran through the markets. Crypto prices are taking a little bit of a bump up, and most of the stuff in Upland's a little bit down. Although I just said, I don't know if you caught it, the Bronx is actually up a little bit.
Nice. I got 3 more properties in the Bronx. Thank you, P. Barry. I really appreciate it. I put offers, he accepted them. They were really good offers. So,
Nicely done.
That's
And
awesome.
were they all in your node?
oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Big ones.
Big ones.
Big ones.
Cool. All right. Well, it's over to you, Cheese. What's been happening in Upland this week?
Well, they just gave some information. I just got back from the doctor, so this is a little checkup, nothing big, but they came back with the challenge, the hackathon and the design challenge thing, which is awesome. I got a brief look at it from my phone, but so they're saying using our new MV Motor Series 5 model designers can express their creativity to produce a high quality skin. That's hot. That's so hot. Here's the updated example of the van design for the challenge. To those that received the video in an email, please disregard, use this as the guidance, blah, blah, blah. Now, I have a question. Does this have to be like the skin? Does it have to be 3D?
Like wraparoundy, I would imagine.
Because that's not fair. I don't know how to do that. Maybe just the design in general, that they wrap around? I'll have to ask. Like, I wish they gave this information when they were doing the hackathon,
Mm.
because several of us asked and they were like, oh yeah, no, that's that'll be done May 31st. So I assumed it wasn't going to be as difficult as something that you would have to create in Blender, for example.
You might have to get together with DTech or somebody and run a bit of a
True.
collab.
True.
See, but yeah, no, it looks very cool. And I said before we kicked off, I know two people who are going to be very excited about this will be Scooby from Icon and Uplando. They're all about the vans.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Uplanda wants to have a ice cream truck.
Yeah, and Scooby wants the, what is it? The mystery something from Scooby Doo. What's it called?
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
So we shall see.
Let's see. Other than that, nothing much except for, Vegas is coming closer and closer.
Well, we did have that memorial tour. Did you do that?
Nah.
No, I didn't either.
Did you? No.
No, it was, it's at Mofo AM. So I couldn't, if you could get on live and listen to Y2K, it might have been worth it, but it's just too early. And all the city jumping and stuff, yeah, it just seemed like too hard basket for too early in the morning. I don't know. Anybody on chat get in and have a go? It's, by all accounts, it sounded like it was pretty fun. Yeah.
Your face.
I would have done it if they were giving out the BEs.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Same here. Yeah. What was it? 0.01 spark? That's
Yeah.
not really a big carrot.
There's a place for it. I think it's important for these events to happen for those who don't like to do standards or don't have like a web to do standard treasure hunts. I don't think it's so much for the treasure hunters or those who have an established treasure hunting map more so, but I do like that they kind of I bought Sens with it as well, Boulder. That was smart. I use that to do whatever. But yeah, it's nice to have these kind of stuff for the other type of players, is what I'm saying.
I wonder why they moved away from doing the block explorers, because that was a huge carrot, and especially with all these block explorer shops, you'd think they'd be wanting more inventory, kind of boosting the economy. Is it that they just want to control the block explorer market onboarding completely, or
maybe, hopefully, knock on wood, like blueprint shops will be coming out and they don't want to offer as many block explorers as they used to kind of give the block explorer shops and the blueprint shops a bit more of an edge.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe they're just sick and tired of all the posts. Where the hell's me block explorer?
Where the hell's me block explorer?
After the things, you would think that they had them ready to go, but
Is it cold over there, Ben?
It is, yes.
You're all cuddled up there.
So we've gone from just absolutely pissing down rain to now it's blowing a gale and freezing. So
it's 80 degrees and beautiful and sunny here. We might go for a swim later.
Ooh, I'll be able to swim in the mud in my backyard at the moment. That's about it. All right. So yeah, we did have the May Standard Challenge also ran. I was just saying before that it didn't seem to bump the swap stats at all. So I guess we can pretty well say that collection swapping is nerfed well and truly. Is anybody still holding out doing these massive long swaps?
I think it's a 1%ers game.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it's on that low of a scale, it doesn't bother me, to be quite honest.
Yes. Especially when we still got people like Afro still out there trying to scam. Like, what was that latest thing that happened that kicked off last night?
Something new happened? Yeah, I missed it. What happened?
Oh, it was Shackleton or somebody. One of the new people had got an offer that almost seemed too good to be refuse. And when that happens, it usually is too good to refuse. So, well, you should refuse it. And we're probably going to crash here because my computer has all frozen up, which is always fun.
I still see you talking.
Yes. Well, you're going to have to
Unless-
do some talking while I try and work it out.
All right. Let's see. So I got we could talk about Vegas. I don't know if you have that stuff for later, but you could stop me. What?
We do, but yeah, go for it, please.
All right. So I got my business cards ready. I got my t-shirts ready. I wish I could have made more to bring, but that won't stop you guys from going to the merchandise store if you want to set yourself up for some nice MVE wine and cheese swag. Hopefully it gets to you in time. So I have a few thingies. I have pins to give out. I have stickers. I have cool stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a number on each of the bags that I give out. There's going to be only a few. And if you, after the event, if you send me a DM with that number, you'll get something special. I'm not going to tell you now, but if you're at the event and you get one of my swag bags with the number inside, you'll get something special.
Oh, wow. That sounds
Yeah.
very exciting. All right. I'm going to try something here and it may boot us out and we'll all have to come back in. So bear with me for a second. How we go? Still got you?
Yeah.
Oh, that fixed it. I've got one of those laptops where you can detach the screen as a tablet, and yeah, sometimes detaching that is the only way that you can clear out its stupid donkey brain. Anyway, I'll try not to rage at my computer. Over to MBE news and updates. All of the server changes that we mentioned last week are now in full effect and up and running. And
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I've also added a directory that has one main link for each of the friends of MBE content creators, and it's set out in some specific categories to hopefully be a bit more easy to navigate. And reminder, if you're one of the friends of MBE content creators, all of your posts now go in the channel MBE friends content. And if you're somebody that is a content creator and would like to get officially involved, yeah, sling Morecheese or myself a DM. Last week, what did we do for the Wine and Cheese show?
We did Cam. That was fun.
We did Cam. That sounds just wrong. We spoke to Cam, yeah.
Oh my God.
About loads of Upland related stuff. And you can watch Cheese just freaking out about Cam's background. That was quite interesting. So yeah,
I refuse to watch that over because of that. Shit, Cam, you need to put something solid behind you.
It's come with a hypnotic warning. Yes. This week, now normally we don't give hints, but I'm going to give one out this week. This week we're talking to a relative newcomer to the Upland community, but he's somebody who's come in with some truly out of the box thinking and is doing some amazing things that blur the lines between content creation and entertainment engagement in the what we call the Meet Suitiverse, IRL, and the Metaverse. So.
I may have somebody coming on the stream right now.
Ooh.
That he did something extremely awesome. Maybe he can tell us about it when he gets in.
Stream on the stream. All right, sounds good. And a reminder, have you got one of your free weekly custom themed Morecheese NFTs yet from the Wine and Cheese show? If the answer is no, you, sir, or you, madam, are a slacker and you need to sort that out. That's pretty easy.
A slacker now. Wait, what was the other word you used? Sicko.
No, that's the sickos.
Oh, the sicko's a good thing. All right, you're a slacker, not a sicko.
Yes. All right. How far away? Should we hold out to see how far away this awesome person is and what they got to say? Or should we move on?
We could move on and just kind of ease him in as he comes in, if he comes in, when he comes in. Hope he comes in. There he goes.
All right, we might as well get straight into it before we jump over to the UDU stuff. So, who we got here? What's going on?
What I see? Where is he? There you go. Hey, TD.
Oh, hold on. I gotta fix this little guy here. Okay, 1 second.
We're letting any old riffraff in here now.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you? You gave me some awesome whatever we could curse fucking information. That's
Yeah.
awesome what you have right there.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I got a little bit of a sneak peek when I woke up this morning and in the Little Italy server.
Wow, that's awesome.
So who is this person for our listeners who might not be seeing? Who's this guy, Cheese?
This is TDavis, TD. This is
Hey.
Little Italy in Manhattan. This is OG triple OG. This is the guy that made all the wine and cheese NFTs possible.
Yeah. You have to plug in the camera for it to work. It just isn't gonna magically connect. It has to have a USB-C.
Now, is this about, I saw in the Little Italy server this morning that TV's playing around in the Upland sandbox.
Yes.
There he is.
Yeah. I'm sure the other hackathon devs are actually like working on their projects. Meanwhile, I'm floating around trying to mint the World Trade Center, and we got the New York Stock Exchange. I got the Flatiron. Sorry, Atomic Pop, it's mine now. Yeah, lots of fun.
In a future world, many years ahead of this one, you are now the proud owner of the World Trade Center.
Yeah, it was 4 million UPIX too. It wasn't cheap.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's funny.
I had to do
Oh, go ahead.
5 imaginary credit card transactions to get that.
Wow, 5 million. Do you have anything? Do you know what you're going to be doing for the hackathon?
Yeah, I sure do. So we had put together a Chrome extension like way back in the day. And it's still floating around out there. I know that it needed an update when they changed the divs from whatever it was down to whatever it is now. I think the new math, actually, I figured it out. I think it's 0.12 maybe. I have it written down somewhere, but it would take the low end of your divs and do some math to figure out what the original mint, and then inject that original mint price into the actual property card. So it was super cool to, be able to see, because you would only see that on your parcels, not others.
Yeah.
Right. And so that was amongst other features that we add to it, like bringing the your sends count like onto the actual UI, not 3 clicks deep into
That would be
application.
useful.
Yeah.
I like that mint thing though that you said, because there's a lot of people like, oh, how do I find out the mint price? This and that. It's always a question. Always a question I see like on a regular basis. So yeah, wow.
Is this something that's going to be able to bleed over to mobile? Because I know you've had those tools for ages with,
Oh, that's a
PC people.
great question.
That goes way back to when you were doing the little, was it the Little Italy NFTs or was it the TD?
Yeah.
And you got
No, it was the LI ones. That's where it all originated. That was the logo. If you had that, you got the extension beta access, if you remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's right. You never got to play with it because you don't get on desktop. This is a great issue that we need to
it kind
address.
of, it leads me to, are we finally going to see, and I'm hoping this is the case, are we finally going to see like some fruits of, how do I put this nicely?
Fruit of the looms.
back in the day, if you look at probably UDU team meetings 2 to 5, I think we had somebody in the team at the time who was pumping up this project that was going to be, so many promises regarding.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and you were involved in at least the discussions of that on the back end. Of course, that all fizzled and died for numerous reasons. Is this what this is all about? Are we finally going to see that?
So, those specific, I don't believe in the next 48. So right now, all the devs are knuckling down. We just got access to some APIs, and we all have to submit it by 5 Pacific on the 2nd. So that's like 50 hours from now. And they want you using these 4 specific APIs or features, and what those are they're giving us access to UPIX, the structure NFT, the block explorers, and Spark. And you're able to take those and put them in what's called escrow containers. So if, for example, you could authorize sending a structure NFT into our app's escrow container, and then from there we can do all kinds of things with it. One of the examples that they gave in the documentation was like a game of chess, right? So maybe playing chess with block explorers, and you would have to send your X amount of pieces. I don't even know how many pieces are on a chessboard, which is embarrassing. I literally just bought chess pieces, but like 12 block or however many, 20. How many chess pieces are on a chessboard?
Oh my God.
I don't know. Great trivia question. However
Real
many,
fail.
those are, that's the example that you gave. Like you can send those block explorers, put them into the escrow, and then the app could play a game with those, and then like the loser take all kind of a thing, right?
16
winner take
Boulder
all.
Magic says.
There it is. So yeah, there's Boulder Magic nailed it. There's all kinds of cool 32 Jack, thank you. All kinds of cool ideas. So the short answer to your question is immediately, are we going to get the property management tools that are so badly needed, and the Upland attempt to rectify that, I think with like the search bar, like that came up very short.
Yes.
I think maybe long term, especially with the grant that the first place winner receives, it's like $50K. If that's put to the correct use.
So not buying flash cars, you mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah, not spending $80K on yeah, exactly. So not buying something that immediately only serves yourself and it depreciates in value, and actually spending that money on developing and building, then I think that yes, the answer is we'll see somebody really take the lead in the third party development of Upland.
Awesome. Because back in the day, the excuse was always, well, Upland's not going to give me access to the API, so it's not my fault. I can't do anything. When it seemed the truth of the matter is, the person involved is just a giant cock. So
that's very true.
Hopefully that'll all come to fruition. So
there's I'm excited to see what some of these teams put together. I think we just solidified our team, and I'm super excited because I am going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be in Vegas regardless. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this community can come up with, given these new sandbox API tools. There's some really, really cool and innovative things that I think if you're an outside of the box thinker and like maybe familiar with Web3 and how all of it works together, then you could probably come up with some really cool shit.
Awesome. Now, assuming you're not going to give away what you're going to be working on, what's the number one thing that you'd like to see as far as community developed tools for Upland?
Well, I can tell you a little bit. I obviously don't want to show too much of my hand, but I think cross-chain, I think a lot of teams are already thinking cross-chain stuff. I think that's the angle that we're going to approach it from. I know that Upland has talked about the NFT portal for forever, right? And talking about importing NFTs from other chains and having them represented inside the game of Upland. I don't know how feasible that will be, but I can tell you that cross chain is going to be a big part of what we're trying to do on our team, because I think that opens up so many doors.
Nice.
Cheese,
was it on last week's Morning Cheese show that I mentioned that somebody had tweeted that the Ethereum Wax bridge had been completed?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know much more about that?
No.
DD?
I would bet that if I go to wallet.wax.io and then click on a NFT bridge.
So that would be absolutely massive if they can get all that sorted out.
I think this is so that's BSC to Wax. Then there's an ETH bridge. Yeah, so I haven't played too much with this, but I mean, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Wax blockchain. I think it's huge for NFTs. I would love to see something more Upland Wax related. So maybe that's a hint of where we're going with it. I don't know. The portal has so many really cool applications. These APIs that they're giving us, there's definitely things that can be done. I don't know. Like, I know that they told us that we have to keep things like we couldn't build a casino, right? Because casinos would be illegal in some places. Well, how broad are we allowed to go is really what I want to know. Because once you start getting into NFTs and talking about securities and all of that, like, isn't everything a little bit sticky, right?
Yes.
I mean, so
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Older Magic says, I want to trade my Upland card Wax NFTs inside Upland. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it's desperately needed. We need a use case for all of those people that have put NFTs through the portal. Yeah. So hopefully that comes through sooner rather than later. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for jumping in for the Breaking Badly, and yeah, stick around and jump in if you're going to be hanging around.
So I actually have I just came in to say hi. I actually have a stream that I need to be ready for in like 10 minutes or so, kicking off. So, but I will listen and.
Well, I'm going to grab you for another 2 minutes and put you on the spotlight.
All right, let's do it.
Heading over to UDU team meeting stuff. Now, normally we do a wine of the week and a win of the week. I've got the win of the week, but I don't have a wine of the week. What's your wine of the week this week, TD?
Wine of the week.
Not a win. What's your wine?
Yeah, let me think. Geez, I don't know that I have a wine. Crypto's still not recovered, I guess. Is that a good one?
No, that's a win. That's I want it down further. I want to gobble up more. I suppose it depends on which side of the line you're on there.
Shit. I don't know that I have too many wines.
Well, that's good. That bodes well. Anybody else? Anybody got something to whine about? I'm the same. I used to have no end of things to whine about, but I've kind of chilled out a bit.
Well, if they don't let me use GIMP instead of Photoshop, then I'll have a whine. I just asked them in the design challenge. I don't know why I shouldn't be able to use GIMP, because it has the layering thing and I have all of their downloadable stuff in there at the moment. So hopefully they get back to me soon and I can start working on my design. Nice.
What's the issue with GIMP? They don't want open source tools, or
I'm not sure. They didn't say if I can or can't use it yet. I just put that question in there now, so crossing my fingers.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. All right.
I got a wine for you.
Here we go.
I do. My flight cost from Austin to Vegas is more than I expected. I think it's going to be like, maybe $250 each way, something like that, 500 round trip. And dude, it's like so close. It shouldn't be that much. I was talking with Finsky, who's in Finland, for hours till like 3:30 in the morning. And we were talking about how much cheaper flights in Europe are. Like, he's literally flying around for like $10. Like, that's
wow.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't get any flight anywhere for less than $60.
Do you want to be on a $10 flight?
I don't know.
And let me get out the world's smallest violin. That your flight to Las Vegas is going to cost $250. I think when I looked at it, was closer to $5,000 return trip.
Oof.
Yeah,
man.
But yeah,
yeah, we're driving in.
Cool.
Yeah, I like driving. Well, I don't drive myself, but I like to be a passenger. And I just found out TD's a fellow Gemini.
Yeah,
his birthday's on the freaking 7th. So you're gonna be in Vegas celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, I think I'm so I'm going to be in Austin because I have
All
a
right.
friend flying in, I believe on the 6th, BG Badger, who's on the NFTG team and coming in from Miami for the Consensus Week. If you're familiar with that, it's just another like crypto NFT conference. But then I'm going to be leaving out on like the 8th, most likely 8th in the evening. And then I will arrive, like 2 hours later and spend the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Are you at
Vegas.
liberty to say which hotel you're staying at?
So I haven't booked it yet, but yeah, let me so I have a
Jesus.
yeah,
I
no,
get
I'm
so
totally last minute.
nervous.
Yeah. Speaking
Bob-
of things being
Aldous
expensive.
just said in chat that the Upland team last minute says everything is at the Sahara, but they're only saying that now after it's all sold out of rooms. So don't bother looking at the Sahara by the sounds of it.
Well,
So-
they sent you an email when you booked your ticket for the event. It'll say if you go through the Sahara, you will get like 20 to 30% off your stay. But yeah, I'm more than positive everything is donezo.
Wow.
So I know there's a World Series of Poker going on, and I
Ooh.
have a very close friend, like childhood best friend, who lives in Vegas, and he sent me Resorts World's advertisement for their poker players and the room rate, and use special code, et cetera, to get I think 99 Sunday through Thursday, 149 Friday and Saturday.
Oh, that's good.
Very
Yeah.
reasonable.
That's that's really good.
Yeah, and then I'll just take an Uber over to the Sahara or whatever.
Nice.
I'm all on
Already-
the other end, the far end. I'm in the Mandalay.
Oh, so
you-
have you? I'm guessing you've been to Vegas before, Cheese. What about
I
you
went
been?
there once by myself, and then I went with my best friend, and then I took Solly, my husband, for his 30th birthday, like 12 years ago. So it's been a while.
And what about you, Ben? Have you ever been to the States, let alone Vegas?
No, I've got cousins that live in Florida and all over the place, but no, I've never been myself.
Oh wow, I didn't know that about you.
Yes.
I've never been to Vegas. This will be my first time at 43 years old, or 44 by then. Never been to Vegas.
Well, I
You're
kind of
from
live in
Melbourne.
Australia's version of Vegas, so it's I don't know.
Which is what? What's the name of
That's the Gold Coast. That's kind of the major touristy theme park where
Ooh.
all the nightclubs and bars and all that sort of stuff. So I kind of grew up with it. So, casinos and that sort of stuff. I don't know.
Well, to be honest, Vegas is a lot more fluffy than you think it is. See, my husband and I were very corny. So what we do is we go to each hotel and just kind of like look at the theme. Like they have the treasure boat and Treasure Island. They have the movie studio and MGM and the lion. They have a freaking lion there. And they have the gondolas. Like it's not as fancy as it looks like on TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Yeah, well, I'm sure it's going to be a lot better than Atlantic City, the poor man's Vegas that I spent a large portion of my adult working career before I came to Texas.
Well, it's going to be different because you're all going there now for a specific purpose, and you're going to be meeting so many like-minded people that are super passionate about something. I mean, that alone is going to make it
Yeah.
a fun event. So
Undoubtedly.
I'll be at the craps table most of the time.
Oh,
I know
yeah?
Sahara has the cheapest bedding. So when I took my husband, we stayed at the Flamingo.
Okay.
And
Yeah, yeah.
I choose hotels by the size of their pool. Because like
Nice.
growing up in the Bronx, you don't have any pools. Like now that I
Right.
live in Phoenix, there's 2 pools here. So it's
Right.
like we're jaded. We're like, oh, pools, right?
Right.
So we went there, and then we would always eat at Harrah's because they had the best buffet. And then we would go to Sahara because they had like dollar gambling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the minimum. That's amazing.
It was the only place we could find on the strip with that minimum.
Right. Yeah. I know that AC was like, 5 was the minimum, the lowest you would find on a minimum, and that would have to be like on like a Tuesday afternoon. Like you're not going to find that on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Everything's going to be 25 minimums.
And the dealers looked so annoyed. Like I was there, like I was at the table, I was like, black, red. It was like $1. The guy was just like, he was rolling the thing. He was so angry at me.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules to craps, though. I have played it.
Yeah, stick with me. I'll
What about
help you out.
roulette? You a fan of roulette? I like to.
It's okay. Like if I'm like on my way somewhere and like it's on the way, I'll just be like, yeah. Let's do a quick bet here and there. But with craps, you just have to kind of leave me there for hours.
Yeah. Well, dude, at $1 tables, I could see that. Yeah, I could.
I don't know if they have craps at the $1 tables. Like we went there to $1 for Solly because he's not much of a gambler like me. But when we went on our cruise, when we could go on our cruises, like I make friends with all the senior citizens, and like the next day, like we all know each other's names. And one time I rolled like over 30 rolls, and like the more you roll, the more money you make for them.
Sure. Yeah.
And they were like tipping me for every roll. And next morning, I felt like the vice president of the boat, because they would come over, shake my hand, and like, your wife made me a lot of money last night.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ben.
All right. Sandy's picking me now. And I just told him, he said, you about ready? And I said, nope, on a different stream. And he's probably like having a panic attack now.
Oh no. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go handle that. Hey, thank you so much, Ben. Were you done with me, or do you need
all good, mate?
anything?
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah. Dude, shout out to Finsky for staying on me about my MTU builds.
Yeah, and I saw you give you a little smack because you were building it backwards.
Yeah, dude. We tore it down and finished it up, and then I just started my second about like 2 or 3 hours ago. So
Awesome.
Well,
we're
that's
rocking
good.
it there.
That's a very good segue for us because we're going to dive into Midtown Terrace now. So thanks for that, mate, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Cool. All right, folks, thank you so much. Happy birthday again, Cheese. Ben, thank you for having me on, and you guys have a great one.
No worries, buddy.
Thanks, TD.
Alrighty, win of the week. Well, it's pretty easy this week.
Was TD.
Well, secondary to that, Midtown Terrace has hit our goal of 50% developed, which was pretty massive. And it turns out that it was only, I think it was 1 or 2 days over a year since I was first dropped Spark as part of that that full pre-release testing period. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, a bit over a full year's worth of teamwork and grinding and hiring other developers and stuff like that. So yeah, 50%.
How much was that amount of Spark that they first sent you? The first Spark? Do you remember?
Oh, it was like 2 point something, because that was not the airdrop Spark. It was just some test amount.
Yeah,
I'd have to go back and look at the building again, because the video I did at the time about it, because I remember I put up a property and I was like, what? It's going to take like 100 days? What is this shit?
Like, what's the point? What good is this?
Yeah, but
That's
it was
funny.
just to test the basic mechanics, I think. And then following that, we got the full airdrop and whatnot. And then we were off and running.
Well, congrats, man. That's huge. You
Yes,
came
it
a
is.
long way.
It is
like
massive.
without you and Midtown Terrace and UDU, like where the heck would all of us be?
Yeah, there has
Probably on the
been
street.
some. Yeah, well, there has been
selling
some.
metaverse drugs. Sorry.
What?
I was going into a thing. Just keep going.
So I was going to say that there has been a thing where it has been suggested, yeah, you're at 50% because you've paid for it. Well, yeah, duh, it's a node. If you're a node manager, you lead by example and you invest in your project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just seems like a
So
stupid,
you know what's
stupid
funny?
argument to me.
It is a stupid argument, because here's what I hear on the outside, not without naming any names. People with a lot of money should control the market because it's an open economy. But if you use any money to do your node, it's a bad thing. Or stuff like if you buy your Spark, you're good, but if you earn your Spark doing treasure hunts, it's bad. Like you hear all this stupid shit out there, and it's like, you know what? You do you, boo. We do us. You do you.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, that has been entirely funded with flips and dividends. The only thing that I've put actual money in is to buy a couple of Spark, and every time I do that, like I said before, my hands over my face, I'm sucking my teeth. You know, I'm not just sitting there for hours
crying in the
gobbling up.
corner.
Yes. So yeah, the MTU progress stats last week were at 48.9%, and yeah, this week where I just had a build finish just before we went recording, so I did have it down as 51.9%, but I think it's probably 52% now. So yeah, we smashed straight through the 50, and off we go. My UCC contract, it's currently on a mini break. Like we just did that massive push, and yeah, taking a little break in the phase 3 contact after that big Spark blitz, and we'll be continuing the in-house Spark blitz that we're doing, where we're piling onto other people's properties. And it was good to see that there has been another bunch of properties that we thought were going to be dead properties have suddenly sprung to life for us to stack Spark on and help build. So especially one of them there was kind of way back in the day was UDU Nemesis Flipper, who used to gobble up properties on us just to try and flip them to us. So it's good to see that they're building there. So shout out to you. Thank you for that. We will get them built. So yeah, if you have property in Midtown Terrace and you haven't started building yet, get on it, because this Spark Blitz isn't going to last for too long. Once my contract with the UCC has run its course, I won't be building much in Midtown Terrace myself. I'll be flipping over to our next node, which is Lone Mountain in San Francisco, and going all in there. So, Cheese, you said that you gobbled up a few more Bronx-style properties. What's happening in the Bronx? I saw in the UDU server there's a bit of chatter about moving a few properties around and whatnot.
Yeah, I wanted to. Your Prince has been huge in building and helping me attain properties there from the beginning, and I believe he is the second biggest holder after myself. So he has this nice little area that I have one prop in there, and Nub has two. So I'm just kind of like moving stuff around, and I'm trying to situate myself in the middle and kind of get my placement in there for whatever I want to do in the future in there, because I'm definitely going to want to do stuff in this node. The Bronx, as you know, I'm from there. It's very important to me. I want to use it to represent the UDU and just bring our name forward and, make everyone proud, everyone that's in there.
Very cool.
Oh, and the 3 I got were really big properties, and it's funny because I don't want this guy to hate me, and like if he ever needs any favors, like please don't feel free to come message me or whatnot. But I remember throwing so much high offers at him for these properties, and he took he put the first one he put up for very cheap. And then when I put the offers in for the next 2, I kind of boosted it up just a little bit so he could get a little extra something out of it. I guess he needed the UPEX for another project he's doing. But yeah, that was really cool. So 3 big properties are now in DBU.
Gosh, the ownership stats must be through the roof then. Now you must be pushing towards 90%.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember last time it was I believe 86-87%, and that's not counting the non-UDU builders. So there are several people in there that are not UDU that have built. So including them, we have 90%, but not including them, we were at 86-87%. So this should definitely bring us a lot closer to that 90, if not there.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Another thing to touch on for the UDU is that our vetting list is clear, and we welcome 2 more members into the cult this week. Congratulations and welcome aboard. So yeah, Finn did some awesome work there with the vetting again. And speaking of onboarding, Finn and Cheese both suggested that perhaps our onboarding information and documents could do with an upgrade. So Cheese and I will be endeavoring to follow up on how we can best proceed with that. I mean, we do have a lot of documents and stuff here, there, and everywhere, and some of the server rules and whatnot could do with an upgrade. So we will have a chat about that. If you're one of the recently onboarded members, perhaps you could offer us some feedback, and we'll take that to the UDU management sentinels and spitball some ideas on how we can smooth that process out a bit more. What do you think?
I think that's good. I think we've evolved so much. It just gets crazy updating all our stuff, but it's definitely important. And I think we've come such a long way and doing great things. But yeah, we definitely need to update our shizzle.
Yes.
On Izzle.
Yeah, after a year, everything's kind of become more streamlined, but yeah, there's always improvements to be made. The code word for the 1 million UpX wheel is Midtown Terrace 50%. Midtown Terrace 50%. Now, one last thing to touch on for Midtown Terrace. I am working on a bit of a, I don't know, kind of a slideshowy, celebration-y video kind of thing. If I can get my act together, I'll be able to show some of that. Now, I did test this before, and Dak assured me that he could see that. So I'm going to I've got a bunch of tiles that I've put together, and I've still got a few more to do, but this is going to be put to the full UDU theme song, which goes for about 3 minutes. So it's going to be celebrating Midtown Terrace at 50% developed, and it kind of outlines the journey we've been through. So
what is our llama doing to Miles?
Over here. Yes.
Yes.
Well, Mephi, our llama, he's in front. So we always kind of joke that Mephi is
You
Miles.
do like a reach back.
Oh my God. Mephi is Miles's older, more sinister stepbrother. That's where we kind of joke it as. But yeah.
Wait, did he punch him in the balls or something?
I don't know, but now I'm not going to be able to get that image out of my head. So thank you for that.
That's
All
what
right,
I'm here for.
So if you didn't already know yet, this whole journey with UDU and Midtown Terrace and all the rest of it, it all started on the 7th of November. Well, that's where it kind of started, when I purchased 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, and off we went from there. So yeah, I've got little tiles like this that kind of just outlines the history. Like this one's when I started the public push to get Midtown Terrace sold out, and this is when people like Cheese jumped on board. And I'm assuming that's still scrolling through, is it? So yeah.
Look, I'm right there. What?
Oh, yeah, there you are. Yeah, more cheese. So that's when we were sold out, and it all began. You know, back in the day, we had a residential area separate from a business area. And if you'll check out Midtown Terrace now, the aerial view or the video that Jazz recorded that I'll be using as part of this, it's pretty clear to see that the residential area is chock full, and there's still some big open gaps up in the top area, and that's purely because we're holding that out to see what's going to happen with businesses and whatnot. So yeah, it goes on to outline how the UDU was formed after Midtown Terrace was formed, the journey for Midtown Terrace to become the first, therefore, Genesis node in Upland, first team meetings. And
Nub
this
looks
one
so
here.
tenacious there.
Oh, you know what? I tried so hard to get a good screenshot.
Yeah.
He just looks so serious in all of them.
Yeah, he's like, don't mess with me.
He's like, what is this idiot talking about? Nodes? What is this shit? So yeah, so that was kind of funny. And yeah, this is the video I mentioned before when Spark first dropped on the 26th of May. That was when I first started the first build. And yeah, there's a little video I put together if you look in the channel. And yeah, it goes on to outline some of the early contracts I did with the UCC, and on and on and on. But yeah, I still need to add in tiles that have outlined our Spark trains, how we came up with that, and credits and a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully going to get that out probably over the weekend, I hope. So we'll see what happens. So keep your peepers out for that. And yeah, it should be pretty cool when it's put to the whole UDU soundtrack theme song thingo.
Are you going to make it an NFT?
For
The 50%?
maybe, I guess we could do something like that. And
And I could struggle to get it out like I got to get on the ball. Like I'm slacking off, Ben.
well, I gave you another job last night, didn't I? Or the day before.
Well, you said to do vets before.
Yes, push the vetting
next in line.
NFTs out before, because we actually have Fancy. She will be due for the upgrade to full UDU membership very soon, I think. So it would be cool to get her vetting NFT in her hands before she upgrades to full UDU. Yeah, there's those. We still need to do the MVE, Moon and Zoe ones. And yes, but I do know that you did get a very cool birthday present. So I assume that's been taking up a bit of your time.
I got a cool birthday. I got 2 cool birthday presents. I don't know which one you're referring to.
I'm referring to the Oculus, was it?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been doing this Beat Saber stuff. It's pretty cool.
All right, that'll wrap us up for UDU stuff, I think. How are we going for time? We got 30 minutes. Yep. All right. Now, should we touch on Boulder's brought up some points in chat? Should we touch on that before we?
Sure. Do you want to come on, Boulder, and talk about this? Or do you want us to just read it? Are you still here?
I hope so, because I'm hoping Boulder.
Oh yeah, I see. He's on S.
All right. Well, I'll read it. Hang on. What do you say?
Oh, all right. Well, we could talk about it offline if you want. If you want to talk about it with somebody.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine to read it. All right. So let's see.
We'll just touch on the first parts then. So Boulder said, I kept asking the mods in Upland voice channel if there was a Genesis Week channel, and they finally made a deal about it in the support channel, and then DM'd Lisette, and then it happened right away. That was only like a week ago. I would have assumed Upland would have been preemptive. Assuming Upland be preemptive in stuff? My gosh, that's because I know when we first got the information about Genesis Week, I pretty much went on a rant straight away in the UCN channel. I was like, well, what the hell? You're doing something in Las Vegas in person. This is a metaverse. Where's all the metaverse stuff? The vast majority of your players are not going to be able to go to Las Vegas. Where's all the stuff from there? And, X1 at the time said, yeah, hold your horses. There is more stuff coming on, which was fair enough. But yeah, preemptive, that should have been part of that conversation. All it would have taken was a sentence within that initial release. So yeah.
Yeah.
Or even Upland posting about the Sahara End announcements or other things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boulder can speak. He's gonna.
Oh, cool. Go for it. Rather than me speaking for you, Boulder.
Yeah, I know how Upland's never preemptive on anything. I just thought like an in-person event, like where people actually have to make plans, they would actually be
money.
trying to be preemptive type of thing instead of saying information coming soon on like May 3rd. And then like I was like waiting and then like thinking, like looking in the announcements, thinking they would like post some information somewhere about it type of thing. That was like I even like made a post in general, and like Ben was the only one who responded about going to the MTU to find more information about it type of thing.
Yeah.
And then when I asked again, they're like, oh yeah, so I'm posted in general about the event. Here's a link. And I was like, I'm not looking through general chat, usually looking for information about the event. Like I would have assumed it would have been like pinned or posted somewhere in the announcements, some other information. But I guess it's the same thing as Upland's usually not preemptive on anything. I shouldn't have assumed that an in-person event would have been any different.
Yeah. This is definitely, as you said, this is a different kettle of fish when you're talking about people that are coming from far and wide and having to book hotels and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I can definitely feel your frustrations there for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you manage to secure your spot yet?
Yeah, I mean, I finally like booked the 2 nights I could at the Sahara for like whatever Friday and Saturday night, because somehow Thursday night was the busy night. So I could have gotten like Wednesday night and then gone somewhere else Thursday and then come back Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, that's
Since
annoying.
Once
What
I
if that-
figured out all the like, yeah, they like on the invitation, it says the address of the event is like a fancy Alluvi place.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's like, it says, yeah, that's all it says. It doesn't say anything about the Sahara. It wasn't until I was hearing people talk about chief executives talking about like, oh yeah, the team's there and that's where we got rooms and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good to know. And I was waiting for an announcement.
Yeah.
And then
I know.
so
I
I
know.
guess there's an email they sent out that went to my spam folder. They said I still couldn't find it though.
I did mention it in here though. I did mention it that I got an email saying that they're giving discounts in the Sahara.
Yeah. That is what you said. So I have to figure out what the subject is so I can try to figure out where it is.
So
Since
you're welcome, Upland. But to be fair, like I love all my Upland friends, but I decided to stay somewhere else just so I can get
Need your
away
space.
from them after the event.
Yes, no knuckleheads knocking on your door at God
Yeah,
knows
come
what
on,
AM.
let's party, jeez, let's go. So you'll be like, come on, tell them to go away.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Well, hope you would think that they would have a specific channel for that. Maybe they will.
Yeah.
As it gets close. Well, as it gets closer. I mean, what is it? 4 days away or something?
Shut your mouth.
Not that far away.
It's a
so
week away.
Crazy stuff.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
All right, let's get some prizes out of the road. Now, last week, the weekly challenge was pretty simple. Post a comment in the YouTube video for the podcast episode. And that's all you had to do. And you were going to win either the unclaimed 10,000 UPEX or the Chicago property, depending on what Moon Unit took. And I can say that Moon Unit took the Chicago property. So that means that this week's prize is the 10,000 UPEX. Now, we also have, as part of it was the same kind of thing, for the Lackey challenge. What was the rundown on that again? Cheese. You had to post. What was it? Lackey is awesome.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So in I believe any one of the videos would have done.
Yeah, I did go through and check them all. So
Yeah, you were good with that. I know you mentioned that with me.
I think we covered everybody.
The advertising, the actual episode that we had it on and talked about it on. All you had to do was leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. Lackey is awesome, or any positive thing about Lackey, to be honest.
Yes. So I've got both of those wheels up here. The first wheel is going to be for the 10,000 UPEX, and the second wheel is going to be for the New York City townhouse giveaway in the Bronx. Unfortunately, there was one person that had put a comment in but didn't mention anything about Lackey. So everybody's name carries over except that one person. I was going to put them over, but then I thought if that person wins, somebody's going to get butthurt and say, hang on a minute, they didn't follow the rules.
Butthurt.
So,
I would
yeah.
get butthurt.
So I forget who it is, but you got clipped. So let's find out who's going to win the 10K first up. I wish you could hear the music. Oh, and look at that. It's Finsky.
Finsky.
And that is some poetic justice because Finsky won the original Chicago property. He donated it back to us, and then Moon Unit took that. So good on you, Finn. 10K on the way for you. Now, here is the much bigger prize. So yes, this is a already built New York City townhouse, care of Lackey and CMAV, who was the designer for their collaboration on the 3D ornament townhouse. Their entry was Miles into the Metaverse, and the property
I like your
is
wheel.
2224 Lodovic Ave, the Bronx. Yeah, of course, I got to pimp it out a little bit for the guys.
You did a good job. Look at that.
Let's see who's going to win it. Wonder if it's going to be Finsky again. That'd be hilarious.
I know. You lucky bastard.
Imagine the conspiracies. Aquarian Goddess. So this is somebody that I don't know from Upland, but I'll follow up with you on the YouTubies, and we'll do whatever we need to do to get that property in your hot little hands.
Good job. Congrats.
So that is that.
Look what a good show this is.
What else have we got to do? Oh, we got to set up for next week's challenge. Oh my gosh! Speaking of units, Moon Unit.
Wait.
So,
I
go ahead.
remember. No. I've just remembered what I was doing.
What
Go
were you
ahead.
doing?
I was getting the wheel ready. We have to
Yes,
do the
you
wheel,
can get those
right?
ready as well. Yep. What are we going? Yeah, we might. We'll finish off early today because we kind of touched on all the Genesis week stuff already. So yeah, we'll set up for this week's challenge, and then we'll run the 1 million UPEX wheels, and then we'll get the flock out of here nice and early today. Early mark.
The flock. Do some work before my
So-
birthday dinner. Woo.
This week's challenge is a massive one. It's a good one. Moon Unit has donated not one, but 3 Chicago Logan Square collection properties for us to give away. So,
Wow. And the value there just keeps going up and up and up.
oh yeah. Yeah, if you're somebody that felt like you missed out on Logan Square, well, get in on this one. Or if you're somebody who needs to bank some UPEX, for some flippage, can't get
Man,
better than free collection properties. So those
Frickin'
properties are
moon.
2761, 2763, and 2765, which I assume are all together West St. Mary Street in Chicago. So
Freaking Moon is a freaking rock star.
yes, so I don't know about you, but if I was winner of that, I would be holding on to those for a while because I think there's only one way that the price of those is going to go.
Well, I minted those like crazy when Chicago
remember.
opened, and
Yeah.
like that was my advice. That was like, you want to hold escrow, put it in Logan Square, because it's like the collection that is really untapped, and I got them for like what, 6-7K.
Yeah,
and
you
now
were
they're
speaking
what,
about that
110?
in the earlier
Yeah.
team meetings. Yeah, absolutely. So yes, 3 collection properties from Moon Unit. Thank you very much. Now, what do you have to do to get one of those or have your chance at that set? It's pretty easy. Moon Unit suggested that watchers and listeners should head on over to the MBE server, and we'll get you to tag Moon Unit, Morecheese, and myself, and let us know something that you find interesting or that you like in or about Chicago. And Moons has suggested could be a landmark property, anything, and it doesn't have to be owned or even Upland related. So if you're somebody like myself who doesn't have a freaking clue about Chicago, well, maybe you just got to do a tiny little bit of Googling. So yeah, don't slack off on this one. Get yourself over to the MBE server and tag Moon Unit, Morecheese, and myself, and let us know something that you like about Chicago. And we'll roll the wheel for that collection set property next week.
Yeah.
All right. Now, thanks to Wild Jasmine, and I should say thanks to Jazz as well. Jazz, I put a bounty out for 20,000 UPEX to see if somebody could capture a nice flyover of Midtown Terrace, and nobody could really do it. And I was a bit worried. If nobody really cared. Do you not want 20,000 UPEX, or was the game not able to handle 50% property development? So it was a bit of a worry. I bumped it up to 50,000 UPEX, and lo and behold, got a bit more interest. And Jazz nailed it with her flyover recording. So thank you for that, Jazz. And thank you for doing the snapshot for the 1 million UPEX wheels. Now,
Oh my God, Ben, I'm so
What?
sorry to interrupt you, but I got something funny to say.
go for
All
it.
right, so I went to the doctor with this t-shirt with the hearts.
Yep.
Right. And the doctor was like, "Oh, is that you and your husband? Because this pic, because it kind of Sully was there in the room with me."
Oh, awkward. Did you just say, no, it's just
Guys
my
have the
internet
same
guy,
goatee. You this is my fling on the side.
some random guy I met on the internet? Oh, God. That's funny. Oh, thank you for that story. That gave me a chance to bring this up. Now, TD was on here, but he's bumped out, so I'm actually going to cut him off. So I did put him in the snapshot, but I'm going to cut him out.
Oh, poor TD.
Oh, maybe that was who Trent was. Maybe that was Trent there. All right, we'll see. Let's roll. See who's going to win or who's going to play for the 1 million. Who is it today? It's Coop again.
Oh, Coop. Yay.
Now, if Coop doesn't know, if he doesn't know the phrase, he's not getting.
All right, and
another
I won't
chance.
cheat
We'll
this
roll it again.
time.
Coop, yes, Coop, are you there? What is the code phrase for this week?
To be fair, I don't even remember it.
I can't see chat.
Oh, he said roll it again anyways.
Oh, good on you, Coop. All right. So I'm going to yoink him out of there. And Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trent is TD, but all right, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, Trent is TD.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
No, roll it
It's
again.
the cheese.
No, roll it again. I want someone else
What's
to
the
get
phrase,
this.
cheese?
I want
Come on,
someone else to
cheese.
get
Let's hear the
this.
phrase.
Yeah, let's hear the phrase, cheese.
Midtown Terrace is 50%.
Oh, you did know it. Damn, I was going to say in your face. So what do you want to do? Roll it again?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it because it's my birthday. Sorry, people. I'm being
Yes.
selfish today.
No.
I keep forgetting it's my birthday.
Oh man, this will just be hilarious if you pull this off. All right, you got to pull up the wheels yourself.
I get 1 million and I get to see you cry. Like that's a twofer.
Well, I know what you'll enjoy more. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, you got to pull the wheels up on your end.
Yeah, I have it. Let me see. Share.
Alrighty. So let's see what the cheese is going to land herself. What'd you get
All right.
last time? Like 250 or something?
Yeah, something really paltry.
All right. Let's see if you can get a decent prize.
All right, let's see. I'm going to do it when it's just before bang.
Oh, so you're going just before. Now, previously you were going right on and it was landing just before. Oh, that's close. So you got.
I would have
1,000.
stopped at 25 to be quite fair.
Yep. So 1,000. I assume you're going to spin again, or you're going to bank that.
I'm going to spin again.
All right. So we're heading on over to wheel number 2. Grand prize on wheel number 2 is 50,000 UPX.
God, I really want this one.
But of course, the
Bang.
chance at a lower prize increases.
Come on, 50. Come on, 50. Just over. Just over.
So we're down to 500 UPX.
Horrible.
Do you want to bank that UPX? Oh no, you're straight onto the other wheel. She's keen.
Yeah, I'm
Holy
straight
moly.
on. All right, hold on. I gotta.
So now she's going for the 1 million. Maybe just after is the technique.
Just after.
Here we go. Let's test Cheesy's birthday luck.
All right, come on, come on, come on.
Are you going to wait for it to go again?
Wait for it to go right.
Palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti. Come on, baby. Ah, no.
All right, it's spinning.
Hey, 1,000. I get $1.25.
1,250 UPX is on the way. Happy birthday.
That was great.
And I think that covers us up. Now, Cheese, you are going to be doing some stuff once you're at Genesis Week, aside from the goodie bags and that. Have you worked out if you're going to do some streaming or going to do some recording or some interviews, or what's your plan there?
I'm definitely going to want to pull some people aside and see if they want to, kind of come on chat with me either through my phone, or if I could find something else to bring that's cool. Maybe I'll look into a selfie stick and see about that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I definitely want to try to take as many like pictures and video, but I don't like I personally don't like unknown pictures of myself, so I would never kind of do that to anybody else. So I will always ask you, hey, can we take a picture? And I'll always let people see before I post anything, so you guys can take comfort in that, knowing that I won't ever post anything that you don't know about.
Well, it's a slippery slope, isn't it? I mean, I just had the thought maybe we could do a live kind of wine and cheese show, but yeah, you're going to capture a whole bunch of people in the background and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, we'll put the thinking caps on and we'll come up with
Well,
something.
I could always bring them to bring them aside and ask their permission, and then kind of put my camera on and off sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there's always ways around everything. We'll make it work, and it'll definitely be a lot of fun. We could definitely do that. Yeah, blur the background in Zoom.
Oh,
definitely.
That's a good idea. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe once you get there and get established, we can do a bit of testing and see how the Wi-Fi holds up and whatnot. So it can't be any worse than my shitty laptop. So see how we go.
True that.
All right, in wrapping up, a reminder that if you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote, opportunities are available for sponsorship and engagement in this, the UDU podcast. Contact myself or Morecheese to discuss and secure your spot. All proceeds go towards giveaways and prizes on the podcast. And yeah, like Moon Unit has done, if you don't want to get officially involved as a sponsor, but you want to get involved in some giveaways, and as Lackey did as well, hit us up. We'd love to showcase what you're doing, or get your stuff out there and help give away some shizzle. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, spread the word. Shows open to the public each and every week, and yeah, you may also get a chance at the 1 million UpX wheels like Eric passed on today and Cheese had a crack at. So that wraps us up. A little bit early, bit of an early mark. Get us out of here, Cheese.
Love, peace, chicken wing. Bye-bye.
Later.